Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather not only to listen but to awaken to a truth that resonates in the core of our being, the profound honor and reverence we owe to the figure we call Mother. Whether we're talking about our biological mothers, Mother Earth, or the divine feminine energy that animates the world, this force is universal, enduring and transformative. It shapes us, nurtures us, and fuels every step we take in this journey of life. When we disrespect this sacred force, we sever ourselves from the very source of our growth and potential. Disrespecting our mother in any form is like blocking the flow of energy, creativity, and abundance meant to flow freely through our lives. Think of the miracles created within a mother's womb from two simple cells. The most complex organism takes shape. That is divine intelligence. It's the very same force within us, awaiting our alignment to create and transform. To disrespect this energy is to close ourselves off from that potential. It's to forget the roots that sustain us, the soil that feeds us, the hands that cradled us before we even knew how to walk. And that disconnection has consequences not only for our personal lives, but for the collective consciousness we are a part of. We lose touch with empathy, compassion, and humility. We lose the ability to honor life itself. But here's the truth: it's never too late to change. It's never too late to bow our heads in respect, not in submission, but in gratitude. We can reconnect with that reverence for all mothers, our own, others, and Mother Earth herself. We can honor that life-giving force, recognizing that as we do so, we step into harmony with a powerful energy that wants only to see us thrive. The concept of honoring the sacred force of motherhood runs deep in the fabric of human experience. It isn't simply about respecting the individual who brought us into this world. It's about recognizing and revering an eternal, life-giving energy that exists in all forms of creation. To honor this force is to understand that life itself, in all its brilliance, beauty, and complexity, springs from an inherent nurturing power. This energy has been symbolized across cultures and epochs as the Divine Mother, the Great Mother, Mother Earth, and in many other forms. No matter the name, this sacred energy is a universal principle, a force that sustains life, feeds our soul, and supports our growth and transformation. When we think about our own mothers, we can see the life-giving principle in action. The bond between mother and child is our first, most fundamental connection in this world. This relationship teaches us love, empathy, patience, and resilience. The first beat we hear is the heartbeat of our mother. The first warmth we feel is her embrace. In her nurturing, we find a reflection of the cosmic principle that supports all life. A mother's capacity to give unconditionally mirrors the creative force of the universe, which offers each of us the chance to experience life, to explore, to grow, and to become more than we ever imagined. This force teaches us, not just through words but through experience, what it means to live with love and integrity. But the respect we owe to the sacred motherly energy isn't limited to our biological mothers. It extends to Mother Earth, who nurtures and sustains us. Each breath we take, each drop of water we drink, each meal we consume is a gift from this larger motherly energy. Just as a mother would sacrifice her comfort and health to nourish her child, the earth provides endlessly for us. She asks for nothing in return, only that we honor and care for her in kind. When we recognize that our bodies are connected to the soil, our breath to the atmosphere, and our survival to the ecosystems around us, we start to see the world as an interconnected web. Honoring Mother Earth means acknowledging that we are a part of this web, bound to a network of life that supports us in ways that go far beyond our individual needs. In the modern world, however, it's easy to overlook this profound connection. We are conditioned to take resources without thought, to prioritize profit over preservation, and to see the environment as separate from ourselves. In doing so, we disrespect this larger motherly energy, forgetting that ultimately our survival and well-being depend on her. When we treat the earth without reverence, we are, in essence, disregarding our own lives. The disconnection harms not only the natural world, but also our inner selves. It creates a feeling of separation that leads to stress, anxiety, and a sense of meaninglessness. To honor the motherly energy, in this sense, means to reconnect with the earth, to care for her as we would our own mother, to recognize that her well-being is our well-being. On a deeper level, honoring the sacred motherly force also means recognizing the divine feminine principle within ourselves. Every person, regardless of gender, holds a balance of masculine and feminine energies. The feminine energy within us is the part that nurtures, that listens, that understands. It is the part that is in tune with intuition, creativity, and compassion. By honoring the motherly force, we awaken this energy within ourselves, allowing us to live in harmony with our own being and with others. This isn't just about gender roles, it's about embracing a fundamental part of our humanity, recognizing that nurturing and creation are essential to who we are. When we honor the motherly force, we are participating in a tradition as old as humanity itself. This respect was integral to ancient cultures, where the feminine force was celebrated as a source of wisdom and creativity. Whether depicted as goddesses, as Mother Nature, or simply as the life-giving force, this energy was honored as the root of existence. In those times, people understood that to harm or disrespect this force was to disrupt the balance of life. They knew that honoring the sacred motherly energy meant living in harmony with each other, with nature, and with the larger forces of the universe. Reawakening this reverence is essential in today's world. When we pause to honor the motherly force, we remind ourselves that life is a gift, not an entitlement. It brings us back to a state of humility and gratitude, qualities that allow us to act from a place of compassion rather than competition. When we respect this force, we strengthen our connection to the world around us, finding that we are never isolated but always part of a larger whole. In this way, honoring the motherly force becomes a transformative act, one that aligns us with the rhythms of nature and the principles of love and growth. It restores balance to our lives, reminds us of our responsibility, and empowers us to live with purpose and integrity. Honoring the sacred motherly energy is not only an act of gratitude, but a way of living that acknowledges the interconnectedness of all things. It is a reminder that the life-giving force within us is as ancient as the stars, as eternal as the cycles of nature, and as powerful as the love that has sustained us from our very first breath. By respecting this force, we align with the flow of life, opening ourselves to the abundance, creativity, and joy that await us when we live in harmony with the sacred force of motherhood. Disrespecting the sacred motherly energy in any form creates a disconnection within us that limits our potential, often more profoundly than we realize. At its core, this energy embodies the principles of creation, compassion, nurturing, and unconditional support. When we turn away from or disregard this energy, whether it's found in our mothers, in nature, or in our relationships, we unknowingly block ourselves from the very qualities that empower us to grow, thrive, and realize our purpose in the world. The influence of motherly energy in our lives starts from the moment we are born. In a mother's unconditional love, we experience the first form of connection and security that roots us in life itself. It is from this love that we learn to trust, to feel safe, and to open our hearts. As we grow, this energy encourages us to explore, to learn, and to push boundaries because we feel supported by a force greater than ourselves. Respecting this motherly energy is about staying in harmony with a life force that wants only the best for us. But when we disrespect it, perhaps by failing to recognize its significance, taking it for granted, or dismissing the feminine qualities within ourselves and others, we disconnect from a vital source of emotional and spiritual nourishment. This disconnection has tangible consequences in our lives. It creates a void that often manifests as stress, anxiety, and a lack of fulfillment. We might pursue goals with an intense drive, but without this nurturing energy, these pursuits often feel empty or unfulfilling. Our actions lose a sense of meaning, and we find ourselves constantly searching for something that seems elusive. This happens because, in dismissing the motherly energy, we cut ourselves off from the nurturing power that brings purpose and joy to our endeavors. Instead of feeling grounded, we end up feeling isolated and disconnected, not only from ourselves, but also from the people and world around us. The impact of disrespecting motherly energy extends beyond our personal lives. It affects our relationships, our communities, and even the larger environment. When we disregard this force, we often lose empathy, which is the capacity to genuinely understand and connect with others. The motherly energy within each of us is the part that cares, that listens, that seeks to understand rather than judge. Disregarding it diminishes our ability to relate to others with compassion and kindness, which can lead to conflicts, misunderstandings, and fractured relationships. Our world becomes colder, more detached, and less receptive to the needs of others. In neglecting the motherly energy, we become more focused on competition than cooperation, on taking rather than giving, and on achieving success at the expense of connection and community. The root of this disconnection often lies in a misunderstanding of what it means to honor the motherly energy. Many people associate this energy exclusively with gentleness, vulnerability, or passivity, considering it softer or less valuable in a world that prioritizes action, logic, and dominance. But motherly energy is not weak. It is a powerful force of resilience, creativity, and strength. Think of the strength it takes to nurture a life, to protect, to endure hardship without losing love or compassion. Motherly energy is the bedrock of all life. It represents the patience to wait for growth, the wisdom to know when to act and when to rest, and the courage to support others without expecting anything in return. When we fail to honor this energy, we lose these qualities within ourselves and become unbalanced, valuing power and control over wisdom and empathy. Disrespecting motherly energy also blocks our personal potential because it cuts off access to our creative and intuitive selves. This energy within us is the source of inspiration, the voice of intuition that guides us, and the force that fuels our ability to bring ideas to life. By disregarding it, we become overly analytical, skeptical, and rigid in our thinking, losing touch with the creative side that enables us to think beyond boundaries and imagine new possibilities. We might succeed in tasks and objectives, but without the nurturing energy, our accomplishments feel hollow, as though something essential is missing. Reverence is a powerful gateway to harmony, and few things invite us to experience this balance more profoundly than respecting the motherly energy present in the world. This energy flows through Mother Earth, and even within ourselves, carrying with it the capacity for nurturing compassion, resilience, and unconditional love. When we embrace a mindset of reverence for this force, we begin to see life differently. We stop acting solely from a place of self-interest and start moving in tune with the universal rhythms of compassion, empathy, and gratitude. This shift has the potential to bring about a state of harmony not only within us but also in our relationships, communities, and the world at large. Respecting motherly energy is not just an acknowledgement of what sustains us, it's a conscious decision to live in harmony with a power that gives without expecting anything in return. Consider a mother's love, which is boundless and unconditional. From the first breath we take, this love provides comfort and stability, offering a foundation for our emotional and physical well-being. When we hold reverence for this nurturing power, we align ourselves with its qualities, adopting an openness and compassion that transcends individual limitations. This state of reverence nurtures an inner peace, grounding us in an appreciation for the life and love we have received, which in turn fosters a profound sense of gratitude. This harmony goes beyond personal tranquility. It affects how we interact with others. When we approach life from a space of reverence for motherly energy, we naturally cultivate empathy, understanding, and patience. We become more attuned to others' needs, more sensitive to their feelings, and more supportive in our relationships. Instead of seeing others as obstacles or threats, we begin to perceive them as interconnected parts of the same whole. This empathy, born of reverence, breaks down walls of division and competition and fosters cooperation, trust, and shared purpose. We are no longer focused solely on our own needs and desires, but start to care about the well-being of others, realizing that their happiness and fulfillment contribute to the collective harmony we all experience. This reverence also extends to our relationship with nature, enhancing our understanding of our interdependence with the earth. When we respect Mother Earth with the same reverence we offer to a human mother, we begin to see her as a living, breathing entity that supports and nourishes us in every way possible. This awareness encourages us to treat the environment with care, not out of obligation, but from a sense of gratitude and responsibility. We understand that, like any mother, Earth has her own limitations and vulnerabilities. When we waste resources, pollute her waters, or harm her ecosystems, we are in essence taking advantage of her generosity without honoring the value she brings into our lives. But reverence doesn't just encourage us to do no harm, it inspires us to actively contribute to the health and well-being of the planet. We feel called to make choices that promote sustainability, protect natural resources, and support the delicate balance of ecosystems. This mindful interaction with the environment creates a ripple effect, bringing a sense of harmony to the wider world. Our actions inspire others to do the same, building a culture of respect and responsibility that transforms communities and helps protect the planet for future generations. By living in tune with the motherly energy within nature, we establish a cycle of mutual support. As we care for the earth, she continues to nourish and sustain us. On a personal level, reverence for motherly energy also brings harmony within ourselves. This force is present in everyone, manifesting as intuition, creativity, and a natural inclination toward kindness and compassion. By respecting and nurturing these qualities within ourselves, we cultivate a balanced and integrated life. Reverence encourages us to trust our inner wisdom, listen to our intuition, and embrace the softer, nurturing aspects of our nature. We allow ourselves to move with a gentle strength, one that is resilient yet compassionate, assertive yet understanding. This inner balance creates a profound sense of wholeness, making us less susceptible to external stress and negativity. We no longer feel the need to prove our worth through force or control, but instead recognize that our true strength lies in kindness, empathy, and the ability to connect with others on a deep level. This inner harmony, in turn, radiates outward, influencing how we show up in the world. A person grounded in reverence exudes a calm, stable energy that naturally attracts others and fosters positive relationships. This energy has the power to inspire others to embrace a similar mindset, creating a collective ripple effect that spreads harmony and compassion through communities and societies. When we live in reverence, our lives become a reflection of the qualities we respect in motherly energy, setting an example for others to follow. This is how we create a world where people are connected not by self-interest, but by mutual respect, empathy, and shared purpose. Ultimately, reverence is more than a feeling. It is a transformative state that aligns us with the very essence of life. It opens our eyes to the beauty of interconnectedness and allows us to experience the richness of life that is rooted in mutual respect and gratitude. By choosing to live in reverence for the motherly energy in all its forms, we create a bridge between ourselves and the world around us. We discover that harmony is not something we need to seek or control. It is a natural state that arises when we live in alignment with the principles of love, compassion, and respect. In this state of reverence, we are free from the constant striving and dissatisfaction that often accompany modern life. We realize that we are already part of something beautiful, something complete, something infinitely loving. By respecting the motherly energy that surrounds us, we honor the force that sustains all life, finding within it a path to true harmony and peace. Honoring the motherly energy in all its forms allows us to tap into an inner power of creation, a power that exists within each of us and yearns to be expressed. This energy, universal and timeless, is the force that has brought every being, every moment, and every possibility into existence. It holds the potential for growth, healing, and transformation, and by choosing to respect and align with it, we unlock an incredible creative capacity within ourselves. This energy goes beyond the literal creation of life. It encompasses all forms of creativity, intuition, resilience, and nurturing. It is the same force that drives our passions, fuels our dreams, and enables us to bring forth our unique contributions to the world. To honor this energy means to recognize and respect its presence within ourselves, and this awareness is essential for manifesting our highest potential. Each of us is a vessel for this life-giving power, carrying within us the seeds of creativity, compassion, and the capacity to make a difference. When we acknowledge this force, we give ourselves permission to explore new ideas, develop our talents, and express our authentic selves. We become aware that we have an innate ability to create, not just in the physical sense, but also in our relationships, careers, and personal growth. By respecting this energy, we realize that our ability to shape our lives, pursue our dreams, and overcome challenges is rooted in a profound source of inner strength. Our inner creativity is an extension of this motherly energy. Just as a mother nurtures her child, we have the power to nurture our visions and bring them to life. But this requires trust in ourselves and our abilities and in the creative process itself. Many people struggle to connect with their creative potential because they fear failure or judgment, doubting their capabilities or fearing that they aren't good enough. When we honor the motherly energy within, however, we release these self-imposed limitations and allow our natural gifts to flourish. We come to understand that creativity is a process of self-discovery and growth, one that requires patience, faith, and the courage to explore beyond our comfort zones. Honoring this energy opens the door to experimentation, to play, and to the freedom to make mistakes without fear, knowing that each step brings us closer to self-expression and fulfillment. Moreover, the motherly energy is deeply connected to intuition, that inner voice that guides us when logic falls short. This intuition is a powerful tool in the creative process, helping us make decisions that are aligned with our true desires and values. When we respect this energy, we give ourselves permission to trust our instincts, to listen to the quiet wisdom within us, and to follow paths that may not make sense to others but resonate deeply with our hearts. This guidance is subtle but transformative, leading us to insights and opportunities we might have otherwise missed. By honoring this intuitive aspect of the motherly energy, we learn to move through life with confidence, embracing uncertainty as part of the journey, rather than something to fear. We start to see challenges as stepping stones, each one offering a lesson or a chance to grow. This inner alignment with motherly energy also fosters resilience. Creation, whether it's in the form of art, a relationship, a business, or personal growth, requires the ability to withstand setbacks, adapt, and continue forward with grace and perseverance. Just as a mother remains steadfast through the highs and lows of nurturing her child, we too can cultivate a resilience that keeps us grounded in the face of adversity. Honoring this energy means respecting our own capacity to bounce back, to rise above challenges, and to persist when the path becomes difficult. We develop a sense of endurance that is not rigid but flexible, allowing us to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing ourselves. This resilience is an essential component of realizing our potential because it enables us to keep moving forward even when obstacles arise. As we embrace and respect the motherly energy within us, we also become more nurturing not only toward ourselves but toward others. This energy inspires us to support the dreams and aspirations of those around us, to offer encouragement and compassion, and to create spaces where others feel safe to explore their own potential. By honoring this energy, we create a ripple effect of empowerment and positivity that reaches beyond our individual lives. We start to recognize that our creative power is not isolated, it's part of a larger web of interconnectedness. Our actions, words, and energy contribute to a collective field, influencing those we come into contact with and inspiring them to honor their own creative power. In this way, honoring the motherly energy allows us to become agents of positive change, helping to uplift and support others on their journeys. This shift in perspective brings us into alignment with a life that is both purposeful and fulfilling. When we acknowledge and respect the creative energy within, we stop seeing life as something that happens to us and start experiencing it as something we are actively shaping. We feel empowered to take risks, pursue our passions, and bring forth the ideas, art, and expressions that make life meaningful. This is how we become co-creators with life itself, fully embracing the role of an active participant in the unfolding of our reality. In honoring the motherly energy within us, we awaken to a life that is rich with possibility, purpose, and a sense of interconnectedness. We find that this energy is an unending source of inspiration, courage, and love, capable of transforming not only our individual lives, but also the lives of those around us. By embracing this sacred energy, we step into our potential as creators, healers, and visionaries, contributing our unique gifts to the world and aligning ourselves with the universal flow of life's creative, nurturing force.